Greetings, I am Lies and I use she, her.
And I am Scandal, and I use they, them.
And let's play a game together!
Hey, 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 hey. The rest of us leave, Nazali effortlessly dragging Valdemar along by a trailing chain around their feet.
Assume we're saying that either Valdemar weighs almost nothing, or Nazali is very strong, and possibly both.
Possibly both. All the other Saturnovas are waiting for us in the ballroom when we enter, because we clearly talked to every single one of them.
Even the ones we didn't see.
Nazali throws Valdemar into the center of the room, where Volgar is already trussed up, like a chicken.
Wait, you threw Valdemar?
Yes.
One does not simply
throw Valdemar!
You don't toss a dwarf.
Yes.
You don't toss a Valdemar.
Not the beard!
You're gonna have to toss me.
Which I mean, past the point, you're kind of like, oh dear, you did a very sacrilegious thing with grabbing the beard, actually, based on what I understand.
But
did you
literally pick up Valdemar and toss them to the center of the room?
Yes, that's what happened.
It's fine. You're all safe. Excellent. I assumed you would be.
The fire doesn't exist anymore, just so you all know.
And nothing is damaged.
No one's choking, nothing's damaged, no guards are coming up to report anything, there's been no injuries. No, it's fine.
Thankfully, there are no guests left in the building.
In fact, there are no guests at all.
Seems like we've evacuated 100% of them out of the game.
In about 5 seconds.
We evacuated them completely out of the game. It's great.
Yes.
Alright. Volgora and Valdemar have been apprehended. That just leaves the source of the worms. You mean worm?
The worm.
It was a
The
worm. Worm?
Astra and Muriel burst through the doors, dragging a very familiar and now very human man behind them.
How did those two know to meet us in the ballroom? Did we tell them?
No.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
How did everyone know? It's the magical communication.
Oh!
Muriel,
because Nadia really does have that. Yeah, okay, that's fair.
I say, Nadia gently reaches up to her magical earpiece. Astra, meet us in the ballroom.
Yeah. Yep. Blastamil.
Oh, he looks nice.
You're adorable.
Look at that. Still, killer eyeliner, on point.
Yeah.
Very nicely manicured nails as well.
Also, I was going to be like, wow, you actually do have stretched lobes. It's not just a exotic caricature.
It's not just a feature of your transformation. Yeah. And you have normal ears and things. I can only assume at this point that other people could see what they looked like, except for it's from our perspective saying a very human looking and no one else is saying it, so maybe they always looked like this to everyone else.
Maybe? But like again, I want to know! I don't understand! Blastamil. His hands are bound behind him with a length of rope.
Which I can see from the front of him. I mean, he's being led in backwards.
We found him releasing more worms in the garden.
Where did he get them?
They're just natural creatures that just live around here, and he collected them.
Okay, imagine
what if he
this.
just basically was like a bug man, you know, a person who studies worms.
An entomologist.
An entomologist, though, who just went bonkers and was like, I just love the worm.
I want to worm harder. Okay, but like, we know he has worms at his house, which is like a quarter of a day away or something like that, hours away, but not insane.
And that it bends reality around worm.
Yeah, it's fine. I would say, but what if, since he also spends a lot of time at the palace and no one keeps track of him, he also keeps, like, say, an arboretum of worms here. And when we undemoned him, the first thing he did was stand up and march to his wormbaritum and let them all out.
That'd be funny.
Wormbaritum.
Wormbaritum.
Oh,
Wormaritum.
I would say wormiary.
Wormiary? It's the wormiary.
I suddenly need somebody who's just like, I have a bunch of like
the
really...
Roost?
The worm
worst.
Worm roost. Room worst.
The worst? That's the worst.
The worm roost. That's actually harder to say than I thought.
The worm roost? They drop Vlastimil down in the center next to the other courtiers, and he immediately struggles to look up at Nadia.
This is all your fault. Oh, yes it is. You took my beautiful body away from me. Well, honestly, you're a nice looking dude.
Well, the question, Wow, friend, that is inadvertently a very strange thing to say.
I know. The thing is going...
But you're attractive. Why would you change it?
No, I was going to say,
I was like...
It has nothing to do with that.
No, of course not.
And yes, it was insensitive. It's fictional, though, so I'm just...
Yeah,
I wouldn't say
fair.
that to a real person.
No, of course not.
Of course not. Anybody, it doesn't matter. Your appearance is not for me.
Of course it's not. I was just here going... I had a beautiful body.
It's more like,
Huh?
I think the question is, what made you so unhappy with this one? Based on a society that doesn't seem to have any standards of attractiveness, because everyone's attractive, and also that doesn't seem to have any gender standards, and doesn't seem to have, like, any problems with anything.
Mm-hmm.
And...
Did you come from a different time, like Valdemar did 1,000 years ago, where actually things were very different, but again, stuff that's literally never approached, and so all we have is just a big, dopey, oh my god, I just want to wham body, because it's something that causes weird drama?
I really like his teeth, but I like teeth, so... Anyway.
I actually was like, oh, wow.
For me.
For me.
I'm also enjoying the skin tone. Alright. Come on. You were trying to destroy the world, Vlastimil. That is not our fault.
As we said before,
Nadia?
I'm not sure actually that is
an-
what the devil wanted to do.
As a...
It sounded like he just wanted more entertainment, and the only way to get more consistent entertainment was to move into the world of the living, which doesn't necessarily mean that he wants to dominate anything. We've already had this
What
conversation
if the
a lot.
devil doesn't understand that moving into this world would destroy it, as all the other Arcana say?
I mean, we've mentioned that, but the thing is we can't get a consistent word out from anybody, and it really does seem like whoever said the last word is the one who's got it right.
Also, I'm just like, Nadia, you're saying Vlastimil was trying to destroy the world, not you were a party to the attempted destruction of the
People
world.
say that sort of generalization all the time.
Looks at all of them. You were trying to destroy the world.
Vlastimil, you should know because you're in that group.
Yeah.
It's a generalized you.
Yeah,
People do that a lot. That's a little bit too picky for me.
World? I do not care what happens to the world. I simply wanted to live in peace with my children. Look at what you've done to them. Look!
Shut up! Vlastimil, no one cares about your stupid worms!
Worms are boring to dissect. Why would you waste your time? This serene face tied up in chains on the floor.
Uh-huh.
I
After
love
they've
that.
been twitching and spasming, and then suddenly they're like, I'm at peace.
Also, I'm just like...
I too find this kinky.
I kind of love the idea of, like, I just want to say, like, big Valdemar energy, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, just I suddenly have gone to serene calm. Even
It means I'm going to commit a murder, but, you know,
yeah, even though you have thrown me to the center of here, basically below everybody else, as far as, like, the visual plane is concerned.
Yes.
And, you know, I am physically bound and apparently in great discomfort. Just, why would you waste your time?
Chill AF.
Yep.
Vlastimil gasps and reels back, looking wounded, in chains and... No, he's
in just hand ropes.
He's just hand ropes.
Uh-huh. How dare you? My beautiful babies deserve nothing but your respect. Oh, yes, they do.
They all continue squabbling, completely forgetting about the rest of us.
There's also
which is
only
fine.
3 of them, so I guess it's because the other 2 were
We do still need to break the chains, though. I thought we did on Volgora, so now I'm completely confused. And on Valdemar, I guess it's a little bit, quote, too hard for... Like, why
well,
did we
Volgora
not
was
do that?
also pulled and compressed.
Yes.
So both of them are probably wrapped in their chains still, but the chains aren't really the magical, like, connected to the devil.
So you're saying that
anymore.
this is what they look like as people? Based on the fact that our character has gone, I am the official, I know that this is what human people look like. Then I would assume that actually they haven't had anything happen to them yet.
Yeah, that kind of sounds about right.
Because they tend to seem to point that out pretty quickly.
We also didn't disintegrate the chains, yeah, and there's never been the MC going, they now look like normal people, it's just they're smaller again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we haven't broken their contracts as far as I can tell. Interesting. I love that observation. Well done.
No, I've been actually kind of quietly wondering why we haven't done it. Like, I'm actually really confused.
Why haven't you made the chains go away?
Are we
yet?
just trying to get the devil to show up and go, ha ha ha, and then break one chain after the other in a torturous manner and watch him suffer?
Corazon is like, I want to see it hurt him.
Which kind of sounds like Corazon, honestly.
Especially after all of this kerfuffle.
Yeah, this is...
Yeah, being like, you know what, some gratification for me.
You know, for me. You know what I want? Something for me.
For me.
For me.
I cannot believe these fools nearly won. Their incompetency baffles me. We need to decide what to do with them before I get another headache.
We throw them in jail. We need to unbind them. We need to unbind them.
I mean,
Wait. What kind of unbinding are we talking about? Hang on.
I was gonna say, are we talking about...
I just had a moment of panic.
Uh-huh.
What does unbind mean?
That's what I was gonna say. When we say unbind, do we mean remove the restraints, or do we mean actually, break the 2 contracts that are currently there?
Because not all of them need to, quote, be unbound based on how I think we've been using it.
I'll say, because
Vlastimel's already,
doing
quote,
fine.
unbound.
He's just sad.
He's just sad. He's no longer a worm.
And I feel sorry, because honestly, the only way he could apparently, affect his transition, if you will, as you pointed out, to the thing he wanted to be, was to make a deal with the devil. Now, if transitional lifestyles don't really exist in this world because it's, quote, post-gender, and so no one gets assigned a gender at birth, so no one transitions from one gender to another because they only have their self-described gender ever, then having a trans narrative would be exceedingly rare because there's nothing to change from or to. And so he's like, I literally don't want to be a person.
Yeah, because that's the only thing I have. That's what I was definitely kind of meaning.
No, I appreciated that you pointed that out. I was like, I'm sorry. If that were a real person, that would have been deeply insensitive. But it's fiction. But also, still, that was a knee-jerk response. So.
And also, at the same time, too, it does seem to be like the character's mostly a joke. Mm-hmm. And so I don't really feel entirely as bad. I do get your point, and also where you could be more sensitive. But I'm like, I don't know how to take this seriously because also the subject itself isn't really serious. So...
It's not required. I was just saying, all right, we could choose unbind them. Whoop. Because that's what we need to do, basically, in the function of the story, and hope that the writers are interpreting that in the way they've described thus far. But who freaking knows?
I don't know what these are about. I have
no
idea of confidence as to what the hell they're even talking about.
Right. Would solidly say we need to unbind these 2.
Yes.
But unbind all of them? On the other hand, the 2 on the floor are thems? So are we using this as a pronoun?
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how this is meant to be used. I don't think
Corazon would say throw them all in jail, because that worked so well last time.
That worked great.
So if these are the only 2
Except for the fact that it wasn't jail, it was just house arrest.
Yeah, I know.
Number 2, it's also like, what are you going to do? Like, just throwing them in jail.
Here's a
2
question.
of them are still latched onto the devil. You need to break that, so that's why I'm super confused going, I mean, you could deal with basically their rehab later.
Do we have a jail?
Of course we have a jail. Julian was in it.
The old abandoned thing below the Colosseum?
Yes.
That's a functioning jail where you can feed people and, remove waste and keep them alive?
Yep.
Who works there?
I don't know.
Alright, just anyway.
I really honestly don't know how to answer this question, because I feel like I have no information in order to answer this, because this doesn't...
You're going to have to do your best, otherwise the game is over.
I guess in this case, since I just went immediately with we need to unbind them... I guess we'll just go with that, because my assumption is I still need to break their chains.
We do.
Like, we need to take care of that before you even answer the question of we should throw them in jail.
Right?
Right, so we need to unbind them.
I'm not sure it's possible. You, now the expert on magic, over and over again. At least, not at the current time.
Why?
Because you haven't done it yet, so clearly...
Why is Aster not filling in? Okay, I understand some people are frustrated going, but Aster doesn't know that much. He's actually fairly young. I don't care. Aster has been positioned as the magician. Constantly. He's the magician. He's your master. He knows all this shit. And then they never actually say that he's incapable or doesn't know what he's doing, or you never come to, based on these 2 routes so far, there is no amount of Aster doesn't really know. It's just sort of a kind of meandered sort of thing off over there, maybe?
He's also your teacher and you're his apprentice, and you can't have a formal apprentice without being an expert in your field. Or a master in some mastery.
Yeah, or something. So I find it to be really strange.
No, he could
that you can't even also, though, just ask him questions and learn out that way. It's really stupid in these routes to go, I have my master, whom therefore I assume basically we're in a sort of mentorship kind of program, where I should be able to go to you with my questions for help. And we don't do any of that nonsense.
I also find it Nadia,
so it's not, he's skilled, it's literally, he's absent. That doesn't answer whether or not he is actually skilled or not.
Right. Okay, so I also have this, Nadia, you're not the one breaking the chains, or doing the magic, or any of this, but you're like, well, we just can't, because it might not be able to right
Corazon, now. Really? When did you become such an expert in the thing that I am capable of doing?
I'm not sure it's possible right now. Oh, you're saying that since I haven't done it yet, you don't think I can?
Yes.
At least not at the
I also
current
don't understand
time.
why we wouldn't do it. Because also, as far as I could tell, the only reason we weren't doing it was because everybody else was around and we just... I don't even understand.
They were all interacting and pulling and something as well, so then we stopped the process once we got these two things back into their human shapes instead of continuing on and breaking the chains.
Yeah, I don't understand why the hesitation here at all.
Unless there's supposed to be an implication of going, I tried to break the chains and I couldn't, which we did establish, so I pulled on them, and then I didn't try to break them again after I pulled on them.
And basically stopped them from interfering.
I just went, well, I've pulled on them, so that's good.
I've pulled. I'm done now. What?
They look human again. They look like they had looked before. Not really human, but like they looked before. At least not at the current time. It was hard enough to unbind Vlastimil unwillingly, and he still managed to cause trouble. You didn't even do it. How do you know it was hard enough?
It's fine.
Nadia, you are describing Corazone's experience. We need somewhere to keep them out of the way until we've dealt with the devil. But if they're still attached to the devil, you yourself have described that you might not be able to deal with them. So we might not be able to deal with them. Let's deal with the thing they're making more powerful than themselves before we have the power to deal with them.
That literally doesn't... No, that's not how that works.
They're less powerful than the thing you say you need to deal with.
So if you're going to go deal with the bigger bad, that means you actually need to deal with the smaller bad first.
And that you probably aren't powerful enough to deal with the bigger bad if you can't do the smaller one.
Go grind! I can feel my tarot deck calling to me from my pocket. And, sir, I pull the deck out of my pocket, lifting the first card from the top.
Foosh. It's a pig.
Justice looks back at me, thrumming with renewed energy. The words he's speaking are clear. Send them to me. I'll take care of them.
What? Not they speak to you in impressions or ideas, now it's clear words. Hasn't it always been, feelings, impressions, ideas?
Also, my whole brain is hurting, because somehow the devil is able to affect and hurt and injure and control and desecrate the other Arcana. But now we're going to assert and go, no, actually, the Arcana can fight back. Because now they can? Or like, why wouldn't you want to have multiple Arcana versus not just one card going, hey, I can hold on to them? You'd have multiple cards that you basically pull at the same time that would all be like, we're all going to, quote, finally work together because we're all separate entities and we don't like working together for reasons. And we will all do this because the devil can't take on multiples of us. But one person at a time, he seems perfectly capable of fucking up.
Why would justice help you?
I don't know! I'm so confused!
Why would justice help you?
Justice can help them.
Justice. I know exactly who that is and what that means. Yes, his realm sounds like the perfect place to keep them.
We've never met him. We don't know his personality, where his loyalties lie. Well, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Also, he can hold them, and I'll just put them in his realm. Because I have access to it. Looks at Astra. I'm putting them in his realm now. Starts moving them. Astra quickly summons a doorway.
Astra, wait a minute!
All right. Astra. Yep. You belong to me. I can make you do what I want you to. Whenever I tell you to. You cannot stop me 'cause I'm in charge of you. And you're my servant. And I'll tell you where to go.
My God. But this hurts so much right
Astra,
now.
Can you escort our prisoners out? I mean, she literally does have rank over him.
I know, but I'm having, cumulative effect of, everything.
I'm also
it's like everything that's goofy about this entire...
question.
Ron / even Julian's route is just sort of falling apart here at the end, going these are all the issues.
If she hired you to help her with this thing, and not Astra, because she believed you were competent and strong enough and powerful enough to do this, but then as soon as Astra appears, she immediately puts off basically all the more skilled stuff off on him.
Friend, it's for romance. We can't have Astra and these other love interests hanging around. We might think they're too attractive. She needs to slowly, systemically get rid of every single one of the other ones so we can be alone again.
So that we only like her. Only Nadia. Just Nadia.
It was just Julian, you're just why?
I'm also just why wouldn't you ask Corazon to do this? Corazon, your powers are going to be busy elsewhere.
I guess.
Defeating the devil, that's fine.
Because we're not going there yet. No, but right now,
But
you understand.
And we don't think it will affect justice to have two people in his realm, their realm, the realm, that are
They say his. They immediately know
right.
what their pronouns
that are going to be, that are completely attached to the devil. That's no risk to him.
Yep, none. Like I said, I don't understand. I'm lost. Anyway.
All right, prisoners there.
Suddenly, he moves towards the courtiers, but Muriel reaches out and grabs his hand. Cheeks flushed.
Wait.
Muriel, what's wrong?
Just make sure you come back in one piece.
Okay.
He has been doing so many shenanigans around these courtiers and all the damn doors that Nadia has needed. Why this now?
I was actually going to be like, this feels weirdly performative.
This feels like, by the way, reader, you should know some shit going down, but not for any reasons why.
Or also going, you should know some ship going down.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, because this is a romance game, friend.
You're kidding. Stay safe.
Yes.
And blushing.
Yes.
Okay.
It looks like it physically pains Muriel to say, but it looks like it hurts him more to let go of Astra's hand.
Oh, but they're just going, you need to know that these two are involved now. I guess.
I guess.
Eh?
Why? This one actually, I feel like, why? Astra's face lights up very slowly, and I don't fucking care.
Why would I pay attention to his expression in great detail?
Because I need you to know that my ship is sailing, just so you know.
And also because I pay attention to my dad a lot.
Stop it. Are you that worried about me?
No, not worried. I'm just
Tsundere?
concerned. Do you know one is a synonym for the other, dear sir? What?
Astra laughs and then gets on his tiptoes to press a kiss right on Muriel's lips. I fucking knew it.
You did it. You called it. Okay, so in Julian's route, you get two other characters that get together.
You get Nadia and Portia.
I wasn't gonna.
I don't
spoil
care.
it.
We're here in the very fucking end, you guys. We've said this several times.
But what if they just watch this one and not the other? It's
yeah,
fine.
I don't care. You guys have spoilers galore. We've been talking about Julian's route this entire
It's
time.
true.
If you've gotten through all of this and have heard nothing, props to you.
Good job. I was gonna say, but please also watch that one. It's freaking hilarious.
I'm not saying there's not still interesting stuff in it. I'm just saying, like,
It's
what?
also funnier than this one.
Yes.
It is. Nadia is a little bit more serious than Julian, and it has dampened the comedy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now you need to know that in this one, I wonder if at the end of everybody's route, two other characters get together.
Probably.
I wonder if they successfully ship all of them together in different pairings by the end of all of it.
Oh God, where else could they go? Okay, so you got Astra and Muriel, you got Nadia and Portia. Well, at the end of Astra's route, so you've got
Nadia available.
Is Portia gonna go hit on Muriel in Astra's route? Tiny firecracker, big, scary,
Or Muriel
like
and
terrified of
Julian get
everything.
together.
It seems giant.
I say or Muriel and
Julian?
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's going to fuck Lucio. I hate to tell you that. Like, based
I
on how
just-
everybody comically
I just remember that
dislikes the Muppet that is supposed to be terrifying.
there's this Tumblr post that literally is just like, so what we're saying is that both Nadia and other person, direct spoilers as well, both saw Lucio and went, well, I can't not fuck him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that one. You know, honestly, I really do have to say, I really, like, I appreciate that was what they were probably trying to go for with Lucio, is make him actually, like, basically that kind of person. But I'm like, I'm sorry.
I'm not getting it.
I'm not getting it at all.
Muriel's lips.
Muriel's lips. Muriel freezes, face going bright red. Then, very tentatively, he gives Astra a kiss right back.
And Corazon goes, I hate PDA. Do it in private. Dear God, this isn't for us. It's for you. Why are you doing it here? Sorry.
Don't worry. I promise. I'll be back soon.
What have you guys been up to while you haven't existed much in this route? Jeez, bro.
I don't. But honestly, I'm really intrigued by the concept that Muriel knows a shit ton of magic. Like, and just casually knows a lot of it. And there's really no questions or...
I am also fascinated that if Astra is really, like, doing some caring for and also into Muriel, that he hasn't taken the damn collar off his neck.
I know!
Like, I get that there can be a sort of traumatic attachment to a thing that you've been in for a really long time. I get that. But also, like, Astra has a ton of, like, soothing and supportive and shit kind of magic, even if he's not perfect.
Well, and I was also going to be like, at least based on what I can tell, too, I don't, like, for Astra and Muriel seeming to have some sort of level of, like, implied history together, based on what we've seen, I'm really surprised that Astra hasn't had him take it off anyway, because he's like, I know that you were tortured and Lucio used you. We all hated Lucio, so why would we want to keep a thing on you that was a signal of your enslavement?
Additionally, having a thick, heavy leather thing on you at all times,
with a chain,
even in the rain and in the snow and when you're sweating and chopping wood, is definitely a risk for, like, chafing, sores, infections, like destroying, you know, the skin on
flesh,
his neck, that kind of thing, like bad times. So, yeah, no, not good.
Astra pulls away and leaves the room, floating the courtiers behind him with a wave of magic.
Whoosh.
Now it's just a wave of magic. I'm like, they're like, yeah, it's fuck rules. Who Q needs it?
Oh my. What are you all looking at?
Muriel looks like he wants to shrink into his cloak.
Corazon, you should.
But he's also smiling wider than I've ever seen him smile.
He wasn't smiling.
He was not smiling. I'm actually disappointed that they didn't illustrate it.
I was gonna say, is he smiling now? No.
Nope. Nadia clears her throat, strategically drawing the unwanted attention away from Muriel. But nobody else exists, so it doesn't matter.
I love that we've entered the ballroom with her entire family here.
They're all dead silent.
Both the Empress and her, you know,
consort,
partner, and also your other 6 siblings, or whatever it is, and going, nobody has said anything, or interacted in any way, or put in any of their 2 cents, or nothing, not even the, oh, goodness, isn't that charming?
Right? I feel like they would.
I love a good romance.
Oh, amazing.
Also,
it's just like one of my books.
Is Pasha here? If she's in charge of everything around and everything...
Pasha's still harassing Valerius, and also is probably threatening to beat him up.
Babysitting him. Okay, that's all.
Because we forgot about that.
It warms my heart to see all my friends and family here.
Corazon, what do you... Stop going off on a tangent. Can we please get shit done?
I have a bunch of friends now, even though I considered 0 people to be my friends, except for kind of Portia at the beginning of this.
Okay.
So we're saying your family is your
friends? She
friends?
has literally changed that much. Don't worry. Now she sees her family as her friends.
Nadia, the only person in this room that isn't your family is Corazon.
And Muriel.
Oh, that's true. Fair. Okay.
Muriel is apparently now her deep, intimate friend.
They're friends now. You all, you've been very helpful dealing with this disaster. Have they?
The guards. Ma'am! She keeps talking. We haven't told you the extent of the damage. Okay. You keep doing what you're doing, ma'am.
Yep.
Yes, ma'am.
We're just gonna continue doing what we're doing. Good thing there was no damage in the grand ballroom. It still looks spectacular. I will not tell you about any of the bedrooms.
I was about to say, I will not tell you about the rest of the castle.
Or any of your beautiful party rooms, or
anything.
The tallest tower that has crumbled down into the moat.
Anyway.
It's fine.
That's fine.
Let's go to my contemplation tower. Opens the portal. There's nothing but bare, crumbling wall leading out into oblivion and the sky. Uh-oh.
Guard.
So, ma'am, miss, your place,
Countess Saturnava.
I
wonder what happened, she continues, walking. Head of the guard.
Please answer me! What the hell happened? I need to get to the bottom of this immediately. Corazon, we're going to find out what happened.
Corazon.
It's right there.
Oh, look, Corazon, we have found them! Corazon. Why?
Let us investigate now. We're going to interview you. My lady,
Corazon, look, we're investigating! Turns both of them in a circle. Turn right around to the guard. We've done investigation. Oh, look, we have found the captain of the guard. Captain of the guard.
We've been trying so hard to tell you this. Now,
look, we have found the head of the guard.
I will ask you questions until you admit to me what has happened. I'm trying so hard to tell you what happened. It's okay. I'll admit, I'm embarrassed everything went the way it did, and that half of my castle burned down. I'm really glad. But also,
I hate this castle, so who the fuck cares?
I'm profoundly glad that despite the lack of magic that my guards have, and the fact that there isn't, an internal fire control system of any kind. With buckets, they were able to control the roaring blaze that we have no idea where came from.
Because many of the rooms were actually greatly unused.
You say, no, Volgara was setting everything on fire.
In the one room? Anyway.
The way it did. Huh. Are you joking? Nadia, this is the most exciting party I've ever been to. You did a wonderful job planning everything. Dia, it's not your fault they ruined it.
Oh god, this is the family validation scene.
I guess it is.
Damn it, I was afraid of this. I had quite a bit of fun too. You did well.
Setting your castle on fire was an excellent choice.
Fuck yeah.
Good way to end the day. Also having real enemies to attack. Excellent.
Yes.
And the room designs. What a stroke of genius, dear. Burning them to a crisp. That was wonderful. I mean, they were wonderful.
Before and after they were caught on fire.
Honestly, watching them burn was beautiful. All the many colors. I don't know if you had sulfur or titanium or other flammable metals in there. It looked glorious.
Yes. We had a lovely time at this party. Besides, is it really good party if something isn't set on fire? Nadia blinks in shock, looking at all of her sisters disbelievingly.
And possibly her sibling as well?
Yes. Anyway, so thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. We're going to have to find out how much longer this goes on in the next one, because I'm pretty confident that I'm not sure. I mean, we still have to get Mom and Dad's approval.
We probably have to face the devil, I imagine.
Yeah.
He's probably here somewhere.
Eventually. So, thank you very much for joining us. If you like what we do, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Also, share our stuff. It actually does a lot for us in regards to the YouTube algorithm, even if you just interact with the video, really. Also, please feel free to go check out our Ko-Fi, Patreon, and our Twitch.
Yes.
We have some links in the description down below, and we would love to see you down there. And I have been Scout.
And I have been Lies.
And it was great playing with you. Bye-bye.